Hey guys. So the last video that I posted, after that happened, I had a little bit of, I posted to my Instagram on Saturday morning that I had a little bit of a meltdown on Friday night. And so I said I was going to make a video and share it. And it's Monday and I'm just now getting around to it. So, first of all, if you follow me on Instagram at FluffGetsFit and you were like, where is that video that she was saying she was going to post? This is it. So, excuse me while I drink my Manager Special protein while I record this video. So, when I started on puree foods, I started going back to doing the weekly grocery shopping with my husband. My husband and I always grocery shop together. We always have. I'm not like the sole grocery person in the house. Like we've always shopped together and we enjoy it. We used to, got to eat before we would grocery shop on Friday nights, and then we would grocery shop. This is my last week of pureed foods. So it's been 2 weeks. Weeks 2, 3, and 4 of pureed foods. And the first 2 weeks, were fine, honestly. Like, I wasn't food motivated at all, during the first 2 weeks. I was just kind of, like, eating because I had to, and I was just like, okay, it's fine. I wasn't, like, having food cravings or anything like that. So the grocery store was fine, but just, like, for the past, I guess starting on this past Thursday, like right at week 3, like right at the start of week 3, I started to get like a little bit antsy to get back to real food. Like I said, my doctor does purees weeks 2, 3, and 4, and this is week 3. This is my last week of purees. And so I've been eating a lot of like pureed canned chicken, pureed tuna. I hit a stall at week 2, and so my doctor told me to cut out the potatoes that I was eating because I was eating like mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes along with my proteins, which is fine. Like, you're allowed to do that. Like, I've been very strict about following everything to a T. And so those are fine. Like, you're allowed to have mashed potatoes. You're allowed to have sweet potatoes as long as they're, mashed up really well. But she was like, well, that might be, catching you up a little bit. So, after 2 days after doing that, I broke my stall, so that was great. But anyway, so we went to the grocery store, and it's so silly because, first of all, my husband bought these chips that were on clearance. We're savers. We like to, use coupons and eat on the cheap, and, like, we still eat well, but we're just frugal. Like, we're Dave Ramsey people, so we don't like to spend a ton of money. And I did just paid cash for my surgery, so and I'm not working right now. So he got these chips that he doesn't even really like the flavor of the chips, and they're one of my favorites. And I was like, oh man, that's so mean. Like, you're going to get those chips, and I'm just going to have to stare at them. That's a bummer. So whatever, like, it was fine. That was that. Well, and then when we went through the checkout, we ended up spending a lot of money. And I was really frustrated because, like I said, we're frugal, and I was upset with my husband that he hadn't really meal planned, and he was just like grabbing all sorts of random stuff and like didn't have a plan. And I can only eat like 5 things, so I'm like super limited into what I can buy. So like I got like 3 cans of chicken and some I don't even remember what I got. I got like eggs and chicken, and like basically that's it. And so we got in the car, and I was just, like, so upset that I just started crying. And I cried, I'm not kidding you, like heaving, sobbing, crying for like 2 hours once we got home. And my poor husband was like, I'm so sorry, like, I know this is really hard on you. And he was like, we'll meal plan, I promise. And I was like, meal plan? I can't meal plan. I can only eat pureed meat. Pureed meat. That's all I can have. And I'm like sobbing and crying and like, I don't know. I just kind of reached like a breaking point. And I just think that like all of the emotions of my surgery and like not eating out at a restaurant for the past 8.5 weeks, having to prepare all my own food for 8.5 weeks, like not like I can't really leave the house for more than a couple hours at a time because I'm on like this, I have to eat every 2 hours, and so I can't just like go shopping or whatever, like not for long periods of time. And then like I'm not working, so I'm just here by myself all day, and like all I have is like my pureed meat, and it's just a lot. And it just all kind of hit me at once, and I wasn't expecting it. Like I wasn't expecting the big like emotional, like I just felt so good. And I still like I feel so good. And so it was just like, I guess I just felt surprised that like I got so emotional. And so I just want you guys to know that as great as you feel, and even if you have like a perfect recovery like I have had, I'm like almost in the home stretch as far as like having a staple line leak, and I felt great. I haven't been sick. Like I felt really good after day 3 of my surgery. That it's a big process. It's a big change in your life. Everything about what you do changes. And it's not like that forever. Like, trust me, I've watched countless YouTube videos of people that are a year out or 2 years out, and their lives are like totally back to normal. Like they just don't eat as much, you know? And yeah, you have to make good decisions, and you have to be healthy, and you have to eat, well, and pay attention. You can't just go eat cupcakes and cookies and maintain your weight loss. But in the beginning, it's a lot. Like, it's really different. It's your whole lifestyle does temporarily change. And it's okay. I guess I just want you guys to know that it's okay to be upset, and it's okay to feel really overwhelmed with all of this. And I think it's normal. And I hadn't personally come across it and come across people that were saying, these were the really hard parts for me emotionally. And I know that everybody deals with emotions differently. I'm not a big crier. Well, I never was a big crier. I'm starting to be more of one. But just that even if you're, like I said, you're feeling great, you're feeling amazing, it's okay to just cry or to feel like you just want things to go back to the way that they were. That's the big thing for me right now is like there's a lot that I miss, and it's not about the food. It's just that a lot of things that you're used to are so heavily associated with food. Like I really miss going out and sitting at a restaurant with my husband or with my friends. Or like going to a movie. I don't know how that will be. Like, I'm never going to be able to go to a movie and, like, get a big thing of popcorn and eat it. And that's fine. Like, my computer's going to die. Hang on a second. And, that is okay. What the heezy sheezy. There we go. That's okay. Like, I don't feel like it was ever good for me to go to a movie and get a small popcorn and eat it myself. And you know, small popcorns are like freaking huge. They're giant. I don't think that was good in the first place. But like my brother and his girlfriend were over here this weekend and they were going to a movie, and I was like, I don't think I can go to a movie because I have to eat every 2 hours and I can't there's just certain things that make me nervous still. Like I missed a conference this weekend that I go to every year because I was like nervous about the food situation, and I was gonna have to like pack my own food and like my blended, you know, like my pureed foods. And I was just like, I don't know, I was just worried about how it would feel, like if it would be uncomfortable to be like in the middle of a conference and be like, oh, well, I have to like bust out my little Tupperware container of pureed chicken and eat it and like not eat the food at lunch. And I think it's just a lot. And like when I had that meltdown on Friday night, that was the night before the conference, and I think it's just a lot of like so much changes, and it's really tough to like kind of remember that it's not going to be like this forever and that things are going to go back to normal. And it's just okay to be a little bit mournful of that. It's fine. Like, I think that everybody goes through it, and you know, I'm really lucky to have a super supportive spouse who is, you know, like, won't, if I don't want to look at food, like, he'll go eat in the other room, so I don't have to, like, listen to him crunch on his food. So, and I know that not everybody has, like, a big support system, so if you need a support system, like, if you need to talk or you need to, like, cry to someone, come cry to me. Like, seriously, you can reach out to me. I'm happy to listen to you and to, you know, if you need a person, I can be your person. But just know that it's worth it. The process is worth it. But it is hard. You know, it's not nearly as hard as I thought it was going to be. I'll tell you that. Like, it's surprisingly not as hard as I thought it was going to be. But it still is a big life change, you know? And I just want everybody to remember that, and to remember that it's okay to be stressed, and it's okay to mourn your previous life and your previous ways of doing things, and that it gets better. And it's getting better for me, too. I think I really needed that kind of, like, honestly, kind of a tear-down moment, just because, like I said, everything was so great. And not that that's bad, like, it's awesome that it's going so well, but I think I just needed that moment of, like, being overwhelmed and just being, like, so stressed that it all kind of just hit me at once. We're all only human, you know, and it's a journey. That's no journey worthwhile is ever easy. So just remember that. And seriously, like I said, if you don't have a support system and you need somebody to talk to, reach out to me on social media. Email me. All my contact info is on my blog. It's fleckitsfit.com. Seriously, I'm more than happy to encourage you or support you or cry with you or whatever you need. So, to end this, let's end on a happy and positive note. Today has been 24 days since my surgery, and I am officially today 40 pounds down from my high weight, and I am let's see. 40 pounds down from my highest weight. I am 27 pounds down from my pre-op weight, or from my pre-op diet weight, and I am 11 pounds down from my surgery weight. I think, is that right? And I kind of had a feeling that I would be a slower mover. Yeah, 11 pounds down from my surgery weight. I I kind of expected this, and I know a lot of people, like, when they're 24 days out of their surgery, they've lost like 60 pounds already. And I've lost 11 pounds since surgery. But that's nothing to sneeze at, you know? And I'm happy with that. I'm not like, oh man, I should have lost 60 pounds, because I don't have, like, if I lose 60 pounds in a month, I'm going to be done with my journey in like 3 months. Like, less than that. Like, if I lost 60 pounds a month, I don't even have that much to lose. So, just remember that everybody's different. Everybody loses different. Everybody's body composition is different. And no two people lose exactly the same way. So I'm feeling great. I'm super duper pleased with the amount that I've lost. I'm fitting into smaller sizes. I'm feeling more confident about myself already. Everything's going really well. So, you know, just keep going. Remember that it's okay to feel stressed and to feel mournful and to cry. And nobody ever has walked this journey in a perfect manner. That's an impossibility, because there's nobody out there that's perfect. So just try to stay positive and know that you're going to have days where it's all just going to suck. But those days are not, you know, often. They're pretty few and far between. And just, you're going to keep going, and you're going to do it, and you're going to do great. So, like I said, reach out to me if you ever need anything. I'm here to help you, and I will see you all later.